Sagt, sie wären präsent, aber ich sehe sie noch nicht. Passt die Totale vielleicht doch nicht? Also das passt nicht.
Ah,
ich weiß nicht, was da passiert.
Ich habe das doppelt eingekriegt, weil wir das ändern mussten. Ja, dann, ja. Sorry.
Okay, dann haben wir nur noch den...
Hast du es oft benutzt, die Totale?
Sehr oft,
ja. Tatsächlich?
Ja.
Ja, sorry, dann...
Also wir bleiben einfach beim Standard.
Gegner Standard, genau.
Ja. Aber dann sehen wir auch die Spieler überhaupt nicht.
Doch.
Die Kamera funktioniert, aber das Fenster hier passt nicht.
Genau, weil wir ja wechseln mussten von Chrome auf Edge.
Ja.
Und das habe ich dann noch gestern Abend fürs Doppel angepasst. Aber das noch nicht, weil die Zeit so knapp war.
Okay, dann würden wir jetzt anmoderieren und dann kannst du ihnen sagen, dass sie gerne starten.
Dass sie 2 Minuten anfangen können.
Nee, also eigentlich im Prinzip sofort.
So,
nur ein paar Begrüßungen. Also wenn jetzt der Anfangswurf 3-1 ist oder 5-2, dann müssen wir nichts dazu sagen. Ja? Da reicht es, wenn man...
Ich wünsche euch viel Spaß.
Vielen Dank, Rainer.
Danke, Rainer.
Ja. So, also im Prinzip ist der Ton auch gut. Der ist jetzt bereits angeschaltet. Einfach sprechen. Du kannst aber auch immer, wenn du willst, näher hingehen. Gell? Ja. Wir sehen, wie es klappt. Ja. Welcome everybody. Today we are in the second chance. This is a 2-life system. Both lives are not completely equal. The people who lost once have to do more rounds and play for lower points. This is a 9-point match. Both are advanced, both are able to reach the final and win the whole tournament. And I'm introducing the top player, which is Akiko Yazawa. She was streamed already, I think so, at all twice. She's a 2-time world champion from Japan, and she won a big tournament this year in Montenegro against Mislav Kovacic. And her opponent is Tilman Söhnchen and my dear friend and co-commentator Michel Lamotte. I'm very happy to have you here. You will introduce Tilman now.
Sure, with pleasure. Well, I have known Tilman for some years. I was also visiting him in Berlin for a while, and we played together a lot. And I have a great respect for Tilman because he is not a professional backgammon player, I would say, in the sense that he plays for money or to make a living out of backgammon, but he approaches the game in a truly professional way. You know, his preparation, his dedication, his attitude over the board, his thinking and philosophizing over the board is really great, and he's been very successful in double consultation. He's been successful in super jackpots. Even recently in Monte Carlo, I think he made it to the semis of a super jackpot and cashed. So he is a frequent casher. So I think he is a true example for somebody like me who appreciates people who take the game seriously. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to a great match, and I hope he does well.
So common part of both players is probably the high dedication they put to this game. Yeah.
I don't know about Akiko, how much time she invests in studying and...
Maybe less lately, but she used to do sacrifice a lot of her time into studying.
Okay. Well, then we have 2 very dedicated players.
Yeah. And we also have a very dedicated chat. Hi, Jacques. Hi, Denise.
Mm-hmm. Ah, there's Denise.
Yeah.
Hi,
great,
Denise.
Great you're here again. Yeah, we're very happy. And all the other watchers, please say hello. I mean, if you can, it always gives us a little bit of response. And also, the people who watch more of the streams already know sometimes the microphone can have flunks. Just let us know. We can't avoid it completely, but we can fix it very easy.
Yeah, I've noticed when I watched the stream that sometimes there was interference in the sound, but it was immediately alerted from viewers. Mm-hmm. And then a simple correction made it good again.
Irene, hello. Nice you're watching.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Irene, your husband is playing at the same stage of the tournament. Unfortunately, we have only one live stream at a time, but I hope to stream him in the next match. And I think if he's winning, he plays a winner of this match here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is like what, the quarterfinal stage?
This is like quarterfinals of defeated. This is last 9 in the tournament.
Good, good, good. Okay, well, players are getting ready. Last preparations. Tilman is also somebody who is very meticulous about his preparation. I saw him, I think he's one of the only players I have ever seen who brings his own little ventilator.
He does?
He has this little ventilator which he puts next to him to get some fresh air, because the playing room, especially the streaming room, is kind of hot and humid.
Unfortunately, in the streaming room, there's no air condition. We're also suffering here in the commentators' room under these circumstances. It's a very warm day today in Aachen. It's like 34 degrees in shadow, and there's barely no shadow. So it's heating up. It's heating up. But in the regular playing rooms in the Palais, we have a nice air condition, and it's
playing conditions are really great.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday, during the double consultation, it was a bit cramped. It was really cramped. We had to look for chairs. We were all really close together, but I guess this cannot be helped. Yeah, it's hard. It's difficult to make a tournament really perfect, you know. But the concept of the double consultation in Swiss system, I like very much. Because otherwise, you know, you pay 500 euros, you lose your first 7-pointer, and bye-bye. You can go home. It's good that here you can lose the first 2 rounds and still qualify for the playoffs. So I think that's a very nice approach or invention, in fact.
And I also think it doubles as a format, deserves more room and more acknowledgement. It's a great and very popular event, actually. Yeah. And for all the lovers of double events, there will be also a great and very high notated one in New York, beginning of next year in January, early January. There will be a Pro-Am doubles with entry fee of $5,000. So this will be also a very remarkable event, and I'm actually very, very happy people put an eye on this. It used to be only side events, the doubles, but it's very popular. It's our own discipline, and I'm happy it gets more acknowledgement now.
Yeah, but a concern that pops up in my head immediately is like who decides which player can qualify as an AM and who is a pro? I mean, am I an AM? I'm a 4.5 player. Can Mochi play with me? Where is the line drawn?
I understand. I don't think actually that there are strict regulations. Yeah.
No.
I don't think that there are strict regulations. I don't have the schedule in front of me. I just, if you are interested in that event, maybe you look at chicagopoint.com and go to the New York City Metropolitan Area Open. It's the biggest tournament in the US, and you will find details about this brand new event there.
Okay. I already have my eye on Tilman. You know, he had brought his own little towel. So I wouldn't be surprised if he prepared that towel very carefully, maybe sprinkling some fragrance on it, which he likes. So he really, really strives to play the game in the most perfect conditions and to be mentally really at ease. I saw him this morning and he was reading a book by a Japanese writer.
Haruki Murakami.
Yes, just because he plays doubles with Mochi, he wants to immerse himself a bit in the Japanese culture. So this illustrates his serious and dedicated approach to the game.
And it reminds me also on another player. He is unfortunately not anymore among us. The former world champion Ion Risu. He had similar kinds of preparations.
Yes.
He had like a China oil where he inhaled a little bit to get more oxygen and more freshness. And
Yes.
he had a lot of things
Around
next to his board,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Could you please ask them to use a solid black die? Ah, yes. So there's a viewer who asks, Jacques, asks if people would use the black dice.
Yes, I go over and ask them.
Yeah. I see Tilman is waiting for the sign to go ahead. I think players are anxious to start, and so are we. So yes, Jacques, Toby has just run in to ask them to change the dice. And Denise, yes, I know, swimming would be great. I would give at least €2 here to be able to have a swim in between games or during the break, but it's not possible. We have some fresh water though. There is Tilman's little ventilator at the bottom.
Yeah.
You see?
So we see there's a good atmosphere. I just went over because of your request, Chuck. What actually happened, they already started. There's a little delay on the stream, which makes perfectly sense. So just in case anybody had an electronic device, there's no direct connection. So this is a good idea actually from the tournament to have a delay between the actual play and the stream.
Yes, I agree.
So the game has already started, and of course we're not interfering.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Tilman was a tennis player, and he often, when he talks to me, he compares his attitude towards playing backgammon to his tennis career. That's why, for instance, he didn't play in Monte Carlo. Well, he did play in the Super Jackpot, but not in the tournament, because this number of 227 doesn't feel comfortable with him. He prefers to be in...
All good. It's all good.
Fine. Okay. So he prefers to be in sheets with 64 players, 128 players, things like that. Okay. Little remarks. Okay, so a 3-1 opening by Tilman and a 2-2 reply by Akiko. 4-2. Tilman also goes for the advanced anchor. 6-3 should. Aha. Akiko is already pointing out 2 options. She can run off the butterfly anchor to the midpoint, which is all she could have hit, but maybe with black having the stronger board, this is the better option. Do you agree?
I agree. I think she's like 7 pips up. She should run.
Okay, good. Well played. Now 5-2.
There are no attacking threats.
Here Tilman also has a decision. I mean, he could
Strong
also
attacking
run.
threats, yeah.
He could run or play 2 down.
The run covers the outfield and helps to create blocking points in your own outfield. Also, stripping the midpoint is maybe a positional downside, so I really like his play here.
Okay. Yes, I see. It's 4-2, okay. Wow. Wow. So yes, you can play safe, or you could make the 9 points at the cost of leaving a direct shot. These are things which I would already struggle with strategically.
Tilman is a very considerate player. I actually thought he would set up an alternative.
Aha. Wow. So coming up with a deuce by Tilman was actually a good play because it attacked the blot on the 9 point, and that prevented Akiko from running with her 4-5. Tilman is now trying to achieve full freedom, but gets hit. It's a bit of a bummer for Tilman.
Right, but the 5 is not a brilliant roll for Akiko. The 3 she was very happy about, but with the 5 she has to
Yeah, she has to give a
crunch a point. Yeah.
Okay, Tilman now, maybe sensing that he is slightly behind in the race, decides to stay back. Here, yeah, okay. That's a nice pointing roll. Or 5. Yes, jumps out, hoping to survive. But Tilman finds the hit. Wonderful. And the 3, Toby?
I can imagine 11-8, reducing the risk a little bit, because 13-10, it's just a small risk, but once you get hit, there are blots all over the place. Hard to recover from that.
Yes, especially since the 11 point doesn't work well together with the made 5 point.
So Tilman has the upper hand in the position.
Oh, but that's a great escape.
It's a very strong roll, one of the strongest.
Tilman needs to find a 3, but a double 5s is good for the race. I mean, typically, I think what I know is that when a player has a single checker back like Tilman here, you can take a cube if you are not more than 12 pips down in the race. So I have no idea about the race at the moment. There can't be much in it, I think. 74, 94, 106 for white.
So a rule of thumb is always, if you have no clue about the race, just check what happened with the hitting and if there have been any big doubles. They have been hitting on both sides. I think Tilman took more pips from Akiko by hitting in his outfield, more advanced in his outfield on the 15, and also he rolled a double 5, so it's an indicator that Tilman is supposedly a little bit up. Yeah, but of course most players are able to counter race, and then you should do it. Just as a reference for the people who watch us and they're fairly new to the game and it takes them too much energy to count. Yeah, just look a little bit back what happened and you get a first good idea.
So here in this case, Akiko will come to the conclusion that the race is pretty close. She maybe has 5 pips advantage, I would guess. So she has a choice here between, is it clearing the 10 point or making the deuce? Are these her 2 options? Or is it Tilman who has a 2-4 to play? It's Tilman is on. Sorry, Tilman has 2-4 to play.
Out all the way is also an alternative. Yeah.
It's Tilman's roll.
Yeah.
Thank you, Denise. Good, you have my back. Yeah, the light. I saw it. I suddenly saw it. Yeah. This doesn't look like a good move to me, the deuce to the 22.
It brings like unpleasant contact, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can get pointed on and it doesn't really improve your escaping chances.
So the alternative could be actually running, just going to the 18.
Yeah. Okay, Tilman is looking for a big 6. There it is. Wow. So now I think they will have to count. Yeah.
Probably they counted already because many decisions were count dependent. So
Yeah.
they know about the race and just take a continuously count. They just continue adding and subtracting numbers, which is very easy once you got the difference.
44 and 44, I would say, is 88 for Akiko. 88 for Akiko. 175. 14.
I think
89.
Tilman is up a pip right
A
now.
pip. Do you see that so quickly?
Yeah. I do it with mental shifting.
Wow.
I just compare the positions.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
To demonstrate the method is like, the outfield checkers from Tilman. I move a 9 with them to make the 9 point. Then I move the last checker to the 10. Now it's 10 pips difference, and shifting white's 8 point to the 3 is also 10 pips different. And then there's only one checker different, which is the spare on the 4, who should be on the 3 with Tilman. So it's only 1 pip different.
Wow. What is this?
So,
oh wow! Did we miscount? No,
we can't have miscounted. I think
Tilman must have miscounted.
This is a little bit early.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely has an edge, but there's also an incentive for owning the cube, so you don't want to give it out of hand too easily.
Mm-hmm.
And that might have been a little bit premature.
Yeah. Okay, there is some confusion. What might that be? I'm a bit mystified as to what they are discussing. Akiko seems to be maybe.
The good thing is that they stopped the clock, so nobody loses time here. Tilman just moved a 4-2, which seemed to be legally and fine to me.
Mm-hmm. I know that Akiko doesn't shy away from correcting opponents' behaviors. If they do something which she does not really like, she is definitely not too shy to say something about it. I watched her play once, and the opponent had the bad habit of when she rolled her dice against his board, he constantly put her dice in the middle. Mm-hmm. She kindly asked him not to do that.
To stop that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I wonder what they are talking about.
To me, it doesn't really look like a dispute. It's probably more like a technical question. Maybe she wants to check the recording.
Yeah.
If everything is legal.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she doubts something like that. And the best way is always to ask a referee or the technique supervisor.
Okay.
It looks like actually a very good atmosphere in the room to me.
Yes. Both players very respectful.
Relaxed and focused.
Yeah, yes. So Tilman's advantage is increasing.
Well, certainly a big upside on his position were the crossovers, and we see that this comes into play very well here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it looks like a two-point lead for Tilman after game 1. Of course, we never know. But if Tilman was really only 1 pip up, this could be a sizable mistake, in fact. Something like 80 millipoints, maybe, or maybe 100. He cannot have been better than 58% favorite. If our counting must have been correct, because we both came up with only a 1 pip advantage.
Well, we were both mainly focused on the pip count, but there are also other aspects, as mentioned, like the crossovers, and sometimes that comes into play also.
Okay.
Yeah. I also thought it's a little bit premature, but
well, Tilman is definitely somebody who knows how to adjust. He knows when to adjust and against whom. Whether he will adjust in a big way against Akiko, I think he will. Because he told me that in his double consultation match with Mochi, okay, they were 2-way, 3-way. It was like a race. And Mochi suggested cubing because Mochi, of course, knows the computer says this is a cube. Tilman was able to talk him out of it because the opponents were probably 10 plus players. So I'm sure he would be willing to sacrifice a bit of equity in his doubling action to compensate for maybe a slight skill deficiency. It's not over yet. Akiko can save it.
yes, there's 3 big doubles.
Would be
And she rolls one.
Tough one to stomach for Tilman. Wow. Wow. But you see, no smashing of the clock, no pushing back of the chair, no throwing up the hands in despair,
No.
like we've seen recently at Monte Carlo, especially by many players. It was a bit sad to see how people really cannot control their emotions.
I think in general you can say the higher the level of the players, the better the behavior is. At least this is something I perceive.
Sure. Yes, it's definitely a trend. Yeah.
And Akiko again caught a great start with double sixes.
But fortunately for Tilman, he first escaped a checker with a 6-5.
Fortunately or unfortunately, we don't really know. The difference of the pips is not so big. I think he still likes the sequence. I mean, of course, he doesn't like the double six, but
my feeling is that if the opponent rolls a double six, you are happy to have escaped one checker.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Tilman comes up with the 3. So this is a bit of a blow for Tilman. You had the game won. And there is Akiko with a cube. Can Tilman take this? Toby, I see that you are skeptical.
I'm a little bit skeptical. I mean, he's outboarded. She's faster in the race. She has not many priming numbers, but some. Double 1, double 2, double 3, double 4. 4 numbers, which completes the best in a board. There's only one number which does a 6 prime though. It's double 4. Double 5, double 6 are of course also market losers. So this is an extremely strong position.
Yes.
It's not so easy to find counterplay for him because the lonely checker finds no rest. It's hard for him to wait for a shot when he's himself under threats. Yeah.
He can probably take slightly deeper. He does take it.
He can take slightly deeper while trailing in a match.
Yeah. Yes.
And it's not easy to say, you know, how much adjustment you want to make here.
No. There is definitely a bit of adjustment to be made when you are 2 points down, because you have quite some recube vig.
Mm-hmm.
Should Tilman end up in a situation which is mutually gammonish, he can send a powerful cube. Recube. But that...
Good choice from Akiko. It's too expensive to leave any shots.
okay.
What she set up and was thinking about were 4 shots. This is much too expensive. She has a high lead in the race. She can play safe in this position for a long time.
Surprising choice by Tilman to step up with a race disadvantage.
Oh, this is very interesting.
Yes,
Look at this.
I know.
Actually, a checker play like this could turn it into a take.
Yes, and
Yeah.
now, you see, now, should she dance, she will get the cube. Okay, 1-6. Now, this is already something Tilman might want to look at. Decides to wait a bit. Okay, this checker to perfect safety. Ooh. 94, 96, 126 for black. 126. 92, 94. 118. So Tilman is still about 5 or 6 pips down, I would say. But he does have some crushing sequences here. This would be an aggressive recube. And the question is, what will Tilman do?
I think he's 8 pips down right now.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Jacques says double pass, but is he talking about...
No, that was a previous position.
Okay.
Yeah, that was his take before.
Okay. That was a pass then when Tilman was on the board against the 3-point
Yes.
board.
Yeah.
Okay, but you see what can happen. I always have to think about this final in 2013 between Lars Strabold and Slava Priatkin,
Mm-hmm.
where the score was like 6-5 and Priatkin took a 2-cube and then shipped it back to 4 like pretty quickly, very aggressively. And even when he was leading 15, I think it was 15-9, he reshipped the cube to 4. And Falafel was saying, how can you do that? This is ridiculous and blah, 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 blah. Okay, but things... And he won 8 points on the match. Well, he won 12 points on the match. So if you can do things like that, as if you consider yourself to be the lesser player. So 62% winning chances, says Jacques. So I think Tilman would be well justified to give it, and he does do it. And of course, Akiko has to take, but bad things can happen, but this is not Tilman's best.
Good for catching up in the race. It's a high number.
Yeah.
Bringing builders without leaving shots.
Uh-huh. Okay, Jappi, or I don't know who that is, says he would wait
Jens
for...
Auerkamp, Yappi.
Jappi?
Yeah, good player from the area.
Yes. Okay, Tilman cannot find the crusher. 3-2 is a bit of a... Can you play 2 down?
Well, you want to be a little bit respectful
Yes,
of the strong board of the opponent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. He's happy he didn't do that.
Yeah, not only the shots, also he blocks double sixes by keeping the midpoint.
Yes. Okay, but Tilman now badly needs a roll which improves his prime.
Yeah, by far the best would be double aces.
Yeah. Well spotted.
Yeah, 6 prime, instant 6 prime, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, snap take, Denise says. She's right, sure, but I can understand the cube. Same thing in the semi-final in Monte Carlo, you know, and there's Brandon Macklin against Wilcox Snellings. You know, he gets an easy take.
I remember the first game.
First game. I mean, I didn't understand how Will gave him this cube. Okay, it's 35 millipoints correct, but
this is a proper technical play, by the way. Whole focus is on the 5 point.
I could have made the 5 point, but he didn't want to.
The 6 is forced, and even if it hurts, you have to step up.
He needs a pointing roll. And there it is. Wow. Okay. Akiko is in trouble unless she finds a 3 quickly.
And she does.
Okay. Wow. Once again, Tilman hoping for a pointing roll. No. Wow. And he. Wow. Wow.
So there are two options now, either making the 2 point or bringing another, the loose spare to the 5. The spare on the 11 doesn't cover much of the field. It only is insurance for 6-1, but there's a huge downside on 6-2. So not clear about the merits of that. And by making the 2 point, you take builders away you need actually for pointing on your opponent. So I think he chose the best play.
Big roll coming up. Oh! Akiko finds the 6. She escapes from a dire predicament. Wow. Okay.
We will see more cube action now, I guess.
Well, she will have to think about this. She will have to think about this. Wow. So if Tilman drops, he is 9 away, 3 away. 9 away, 3 away. 510 divided by 16.
I think she's like 13 pips up here.
Yeah. I think she needs to spend time to figure out what Tilman's stake point is. Because if
True, it's not an ordinary cube, it's not a recube, it's a re-cube, it's an 8 cube.
Yes, and it will come back right away. So 9 away, 3 away.
Yeah.
Okay, I use a formula. Difference times 85 is 510 divided by 15.
9 away, 3 away, I can tell you, this is a 17% take point.
Okay.
But for a 2 cube we have now, this would be like an 8 cube.
No, this exactly for this cube. She waits.
Yeah. So she would, if she just wins, she's an 83% favorite in the match. Yeah. So this makes it hard for her to turn.
Well, okay. She has 15 minutes. You need to count. You need to be able to count here and know exactly what your percentage is. And she has to be her window for a recube is probably between 80 and 83%. So she does, or 82% she needs to be.
I think she should be up like 14 pips in a shorter race now. Yeah.
So the race is 64, 72.
So she definitely won in the sequence.
57, 72. So I think she knows, well, I think I know that this is a pass, technically. Because Tilman probably doesn't have the required 17%, is my guess. But I would have to calculate it more carefully over the board.
But one thing I can assure you, both players know the math exactly in this position. So we will see the perfect cube action here. Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
I'm not sure.
This is a little ABC for these two players.
Yes.
I know that Tilman knows the formula. I know that Akiko knows these formulas. And they also know about the score. We will see they spent a lot of time on that, but they won't make a mistake here.
But the thing is, if Tilman takes a drop, is that a mistake? I don't think it is. I think if it's a 50 millipoint drop and he takes, I don't think it's a mistake. I'm sure, and I think Akiko knows that Tilman is willing to take a drop. There it is. Now he drops it. Okay. I think probably his percentage was like maybe only 15 or 14%. Yeah, 11% only.
Yeah, and Tilman does the smartest thing to do at such a moment. He takes a break.
Oh, this is like really, really bad luck for Tilman, I would say. Indeed, he loses the first game where Akiko needs a high double.
Mhm.
She only has 3 rolls to snatch it.
Mhm.
And now here he was a huge favorite. Okay. The break is finished. Okay, good.
So it was a very, very quick break.
Yeah.
So we talked about the score before. Tilman should be around 17% here in this at that match score. So he's inclined to double aggressively, and he has a very low take point.
Yes, because his recube is almost automatic. Well, I saw Tilman in the first round of the undefeated. He was also down by like 7 or 8 points in the first round because he was playing at the table next to me. But he still came back and won.
Julie, hello.
Julie, bonjour.
Yeah.
Quel plaisir.
We're both happy to see you here.
Yeah.
Julie Tabot is a long-time factotum in backgammon, in world backgammon, especially in France. She is well known for helping and organizing Monte Carlo. Eric, great to see you.
Eric Peterson.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Julie, by the way, is also the source if you want to get the best book of the last 20 years, François Tardieu's Backgammon Strategies. She's the source how to get it.
Yes.
You've read the book, right?
I read it, but
And did you love it?
I liked it, but I felt that this was okay. That for me, common knowledge.
Oh, really?
Yes, but I need to because I talked to Olivier Ducouteau, and he really convinced me of the profundity of the book. That there are deeper layers, which probably I have not detected in the first reading. So I asked Sonia, my wife, to bring the book because she's arriving today, and I wanted to have the book again with me to read it again and look for the deeper layers.
I think it's almost like Mozart, you know. First, it's like a very easy melody, but when you go deeper, you find a high complexity and a lot of pleasure afterwards, even in a third layer.
Yeah. Akiko is again crushing Tilman, by the way. He's on the bar. She's now making the 5 point. And Jacques already mentioned it's fun to see Akiko's fingers pointing at the different options.
Yeah, she has a certain style.
Yes, and lovely fingers.
Yeah, and very important for Tilman, finally he hits something.
Yes.
Brings him well back into the game.
Yes.
Especially now she missed. She had like an indirect double shot. Almost 20 numbers. Not quite.
And she is now, and she cannot make a second anchor or cover the blots in the outfield.
The best she can do is hide one of the blots.
Well, she could play with 2 blots actually. If she comes in with the 5 and plays the 9 to 6, then she has only 2 blots, but maybe she wants to come in low.
Yeah, and then she will still hide the guy on the 9.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, that is probably best.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good role for Tilman. Yep. Hitting and playing safe, fairly safe.
Yes.
So he gets a little bit of breathing here.
Yes. Okay. Yep. Out to the 14. To her 14. No.
This is often used in the past. It's not in all positions right to step up with the front checkers, because you have, then it's a tendency that you set yourself back, like you're going for a second low anchor, and maybe that's not at all her strategy here.
Maybe
More surface to be attacked, you know. It's a complex position. I'm not 100% clear what is right here. I respect her play a lot.
And actually, it's deceiving, but the race is pretty close, believe it or not.
I do believe it very well, yeah.
Yeah. Race is pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
You would think white has 4 checkers back. The race
exactly, and this is one reason why you're not looking to get a second deep anchor. You're more looking into a forward game somehow.
I understand.
Yeah, less blots.
Yeah.
So he can play super safe or attack another one.
Wow. Cube is in the middle.
Yeah.
Isn't that a reason to just play 11-8? Not an edge ever so slightly closer to a cube instead of taking risks?
Well, in this match, he will need to take some risks, because he just have the worst side. So you can only change your situation by doing some risks. Yeah.
And he's prepared to take risks, I'm sure. Wow, that's no.
Yeah, if the board wouldn't be that strong, we could see there could be a double hit, but this is tiptoeing. Yeah.
This is a fine roll for Akiko. Now Tilman needs to be up in the race for him to consider cubing. Needs improvements. Yeah, no need to stay back for contact. She has plenty. Or she has plenty of contact, yes. Triple blotting in the board? Maybe?
Yes, I think he can widely slot. It's the quickest way to make a board, and it's also very efficient later on in the payoff if you have a good distribution. Great roll by Akiko.
Yes.
Big swing on that. Catching up in the race and solving the problem of the second anchor she can't keep anyhow.
No harm in giving up the... she may be... Could she consider here keeping one checker on the mid and slot the deuce?
Well, there's no way that Tilman has to hit, so it would be completely optional for him. He would only hit with a joker like double one, and then it's certainly a downside. Yeah. You choose such a play like when you're way down in the position, need a shot, plus your opponent really have bad rolls.
I see, yes.
So these indicators weren't given here.
Right. 28.
A big roll for Tilman.
Big one, yes. Okay, now he may come into cube territory.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
Especially now, either she has to waste a lot of pips or she has to run, which leaves him pointing numbers. So this high number wasn't a good number for her.
No. Yes, she would have preferred something small. Correct. Can she consider running? No, I think not, because then she increases.
Well, she has to consider it at least, because she has to run soon. Yeah. And not running means bringing both well placed checkers to the ace point, which is a big waste.
Wow. Yappi says run and take. Wow. It's not really a squeeze play like Walter Trice coined it, because she is not forced off her anchor like a watermelon seed. But now Tilman must cube, I would say.
Absolutely, but he has a lot of time on his clock and he just wants to be on the sure side. I have no doubt about his action, but he just wants to make everything safe, that he haven't overlooked anything. True call, Denise. Not many gammons in.
Yeah, but Jacques, is that Jacques suggests?
No, Jacques always gives, when Jacques writes something in the chat,
This is a suggestion.
it's not a suggestion, it's
The correct play.
it's the extreme answer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Extreme answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So we saw what was predicted, double and a take. Tilman was very lucky to have a pointing number.
Finally, some luck.
Oh, and he can make the...
No, he should make... No, shouldn't he?
It's not absolutely clear. No. It's an interesting choice, actually. He could have made the 6 prime. Of course, it wouldn't hold for long.
No, and he would have created bad sixes, I think. But maybe it was right for him not to make the 6 prime. Now he does make... Okay, so it looks like finally a bit of a break for Tilman, reducing his arrears to 4 points.
And a tiny little bit of gammons also in the position.
Yes, but look, there are again...
Yeah, that was one of... It was one of his worst. 5-1 was a little bit worse, but yeah.
Lucky to...
Very good roll now.
Yeah, lucky to find the deuce.
And now it's interesting. Yes. Maybe he wants to take a little risk and clear the 3 to pair checker off, because gammons are increasing.
Would have taken 4 point. No? 3 point better? Okay.
Well, it was bearing a checker off.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true. That's the difference. Can she afford to stay with 9 checkers remaining for black?
She will figure it out.
There we are, I'm consulting you.
So this is the question. She can afford it. Okay. But look at this.
Yes. Wow, freak gammons are possible.
Not only that, I think it was almost like 50-50, but 6-5 is a killer.
Still small chance. Okay, Akiko saves it. Big sigh of relief for Tilman, who gets his first points on the board.
Yeah, we've seen this before. Make sure the clock is stopped. It is stopped. It's probably stopped now. Yeah.
Beautiful to watch 2 players with exemplary table
manners, and presence.
It's such a pleasant, so pleasant to watch. I get so restless when I watch these people, you know, when they roll the dice, they jump out on the floor 3-4 times in a row. I mean,
Michel, how do you like what we did here with the clear frontal pictures of the players?
It's great.
Isn't this a good way of presenting backgammon?
Yes. I do agree.
Yeah.
Is this like innovative? Has this not been done before?
That has happened before once. It at the Istafta anniversary tournament in April, and I thought it's a great innovation.
Yes, it's wonderful.
Our little innovation was here to move the players to the left. Yeah, so
I like it too.
That you always understand that we are not just watching any position black against white. We are watching players, and you see also the tension in the face and the seriousness, the mimics, the stress. Yeah.
Yeah, it's first, you pointed out to me, but now it's dawning on me that it's really very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Akiko is sitting over there. You can see her arm move. You can see her thinking. Same thing with Tilman at the bottom.
I think these kind of things help to present backgammon as a sport better.
Definitely. For sure.
And it also helps the people to understand the respect for their decisions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sure. So Tilman decides to hide his blot from 7 to 6.
Mm-hmm. The overstack often isn't right, but here you just don't want to get hit because all your achievements were by having less checkers behind and being up in pips. Yeah. So you don't want to jeopardize them.
Right. Safety is a prime concern when the opponent has such a strong board.
Yeah. And Akiko tries to find best field coverage.
Mm-hmm.
And this is certainly the move. So she has a different competition than Tilman, while Tilman is like looking for a race. Yeah. Akiko has the way stronger board and 3-man back, so she basically looks for contact. You always want to play for the competition you are best at.
Mm-hmm. Does she want to step out to the 15 points in the hope of being hit and come back in on the ace? Or is that too complicated or too far-fetched?
Well, again, I don't see how he has to hit her. So it would be, again, only voluntarily. Like with 6-2, it could be actually helping him. Yeah. So I think she would have gotten better field coverage by staying back.
Actually, her plan worked out. She got hit and entered on the ace, which improves her contact value.
But she might have gotten more shots just staying back, and maybe the plan would have worked in a different way. Maybe she could have hit already.
Okay. Yeah. Denise is making reference to Der Choleriker und der Jammerer, which are great videos.
You're right.
Oliver Heuler.
Yeah, fantastic
on
videos.
Weiler's website. I enjoyed those videos extremely. Oliver Heuler, I've never heard of him, but he is such a entertaining and academic.
Yeah. These videos are great contribution to the game.
Beautiful.
Yeah. He puts a lot of work into this.
Yeah. He has a nice, there's an undertone of irony.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely. Yeah, these videos are no rant. They are fun.
Yeah. And well documented.
Yeah.
The books he mentions, for reference. 3-1, wow.
There is a safe play.
Yes. I think you probably need to make it. But you could duplicate the 3s, and make the 5-point. Wow.
He needs to set it up to visualize it better.
Yeah. Okay, Akiko misses.
This probably forces her out, this move. She would gladly stay back if he had chosen a different 3-1. Yeah. So there are directly merits of the risk he took.
Tilman is 10 pips up. I think.
If it's 10 pips, it's a rather easy take.
Probably not yet a cube.
Small downside for Akiko is that she has 3 men on the 18. This is not well placed.
Okay.
if you were like 10 pips down and had 2 men on the 18 and 3 on the 13, that would be way better for the position, but...
I would think that they... Okay, good. Interesting.
And now this will push it to a cube. Yeah.
Am I right in thinking that counterintuitively, Akiko's take point is actually a bit higher, a bit lower? Because if she gets 2 points, she gets to Crawford. So she can take slightly deeper.
If it's a gammon-free position, I give you right.
Okay,
yeah,
that's what I mean here. In this kind of positions.
In this kind of position where there are 0 gammons involved, she mustn't be shy to take the cube. Yeah.
86, 94 for black. 58, 108. It's a pass, I think.
I count 11 pips. 11 pips, this can be a close call. I also tend towards a pass, but I think it's a very close call, 11 pips.
Yeah. So she, yeah. My friend Johan Hoik has worked out some formulas to have a discount for the gap on the 9 point. So you have not only the race, black has a race, and she has contact, and there is this gap on the 9 point, which is also worth like a couple of percentage.
Also, another interesting aspect is like for him, the second point is not so much worth than the first point, and for her, the second point is way worth more than only 1 point. So she would be inclined to roll for 2, while he is also fine for 1. Yeah. Maybe this this could make it a take. But she took her choice and no reason to doubt her.
No. Now this situation is in fact reversed because now he is 6 away and she has a bit more incentive to drop.
Exactly.
Because if he were to win 2 points, that second point is truly valuable. We all know that Michi calls this a happy score. You are 4 away or 6 away.
I actually didn't know that,
You
but
didn't know that?
I like the term. I like the term.
It's a happy score, he says.
This is something Michi is really great.
Yes.
Yeah. He puts like picture in the words.
Yes.
Yeah. You can see a smile when you hear the happy score. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tilman has worked his way back to a 6 away, 3 away score. So that's a nice little comeback in the making, maybe. And again, he has a small advantage here, I would say. And with a hit, he certainly has...
It's getting bigger and bigger.
Yes.
Yeah. And also now he doesn't want to miss a cube. He really doesn't like to miss a cube. He really wants to have 2 points.
Right.
Or probably even 4.
Yeah. Wow, double 5. That's a hit and a pointing number.
Yeah.
And the cube will be coming.
And not so clear anymore. Maybe if she would dance or enter badly,
No, this is a cube.
maybe he has to play on.
No.
Maybe he really wants 2 points. He really wants 2 points. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, how much have you achieved in this position? You're up like 60 pips here. You have like 11 men attacking. Yeah. Are you really happy to just get 1 point for that much of work achieved?
I agree. And also there is probably not much risk in taking a roll. He probably will have a take pass decision after this roll.
You're right. She has a take pass decision after this roll if he decides to double. So it's at least a technical play on. Could be a double hit.
Wow.
Coming back to Michi, like the double tiger.
Yeah.
I would really like to see the deep hit here. He has so much ammunition. And in a blitz, the deeper points getting more of value.
See, he cubes now.
It's an interesting
Tempting,
strategy.
yes.
Right.
Wow, he has this very awkward position with a stripped ace and 6 point.
Yeah. Well, this awkward position wins a lot of games, you know. This awkward position is not. It looks awkward, but it provides a lot of equity.
Yeah, and it's going to lure
Yeah.
the opponent into, you know, she has a problem with it. It has conundrum value because it's so unusual.
Right, but this is one of her particular strengths, unusual positions.
Oh, really? Wow. Where did she get that strength from?
She likes these kinds of. She's a first of all, she has extremely good hardware. She's a very smart person.
Okay.
Yeah? And second of all, she likes complex position. Yeah. So.
Okay, but she took, and Tilman continues the attack on the 5 point.
Mm-hmm.
She needs a 5. She finds it again and anchors on the low point.
Mm-hmm. That was a brilliant roll for her.
Yeah.
Big swing on that one. Yeah. Great cube from Tilman. Great cube from Tilman.
Yep. And good of him to wait the roll before, like you said. Because I was already thinking about double pass.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting considerations that you want 2 points.
Absolutely agree. Absolutely. A pleasure to watch this.
Mm-hmm. And a pleasure to hear your insights.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's like a free lesson for me sitting here. Okay. Plenty to think about.
Well, why not go for the first point? I mean, you need infield points sooner or later. Does she have the whole move? Am I right? She doesn't have, she has to play a full 5-3?
Yes,
Yeah.
she does.
Yes, what's wrong with that?
Okay.
What's wrong with that? You're certainly holding better from the 23 anchor than
yes, definitely.
from the 20 anchor. And I mean, now this is the biggest spot increase, like it's not 1 point, just 1 point more. You have to see it in dancing numbers. Yeah, it would be only one dancing number like that. But when she makes a second point, it becomes like 4 dancing numbers for the opponent. So it's a huge increase, actually, in power of board strength.
And especially since the alternative she puts on the board there, making the 20 point and stepping up to the 18, cannot be right. Because she's down in the race. She needs that low anchor.
I think she made a great choice here.
Definitely.
Yeah. Bravo, Akiko.
Yeah. And now Tilman has his ace point made.
Yeah, he needs to take a little risk. It's not so risky. He wants a good distribution. He needs to make new points. Yeah.
And once again here, this roll could tempt Akiko in making the high anchor, but I think she is savvy enough to know that she should stay on the 23 point anchor. Or is this a different approach? Yes, now she can have a forward game maybe.
This is a very complex position. I can't process it that quickly.
No, me neither. I'm just thinking out loud.
I think the players, while we are chatting and talking and pointing out concepts, they are really in the tunnel, and they usually have better insights than we have, just because they are more into that particular position. While we also trying out to point things to the spectators to give them a little bit more knowledge to enjoy the whole game, the whole stream better. Very painful number. This is clearly the worst. It's forced. Yeah.
But you see no signs of frustration, no sighing, no whining, no slamming of cups.
He is very well prepared. This is an important match, and he needs to keep his emotions calm to make good decisions. This is the only way to provide the best equity for winning.
Yeah.
This is like if you slip out at the penalties, you have a decisive penalty in football and you slip out in front. This is like a double ace like that. Yeah.
Aha, there is Tudor from Romania joining our stream. Wonderful.
Yeah, thanks for the feedback.
Looks to me, maybe I'm wrong, that Tilman's position has improved now that Akiko's low anchor has gone.
She had a pretty useless role, like a 5-3, and it's very open, and every game everything changes. So this is such a high dynamic in this position. Yeah. Once we say something and there's a new role, everything is wrong what we said in the past. So it's just be baffled and watch. It's very important to come in, and he also hits.
And the dance.
Oh, very decisive.
Oh, wait.
No, he doubled already. No. He doubled a long time ago. Okay.
Yes.
We switch off the tone and see you back. Hope we are back. Please give us a sign. Can you hear as well?
3-2 is another nondescript roll for Tilman. Cannot safety any blot. Yeah, maybe he can duplicate twos by going to the 14. That one, okay.
Going towards the right direction at least. Yeah, duplication. She dances again.
Yeah, yes.
If Tilman managed to win a gammon here,
Wow,
he would take the lead in the match, 2 away, 3 away.
What a sensational
Turnarounds.
Yes.
Yeah, an unbelievable game. Yeah.
Wow, and she dances again. How luck can change. There's the 4 point.
Yeah.
Wow, there are definitely gammons here for Tilman.
Not so many, but if she keeps on dancing, increasing roll by roll,
it does not make the 4 point.
But doesn't make the 4 point. It brings a guy to the 9 and 11 to the 7.
Yeah.
Perfect distribution for making the 3 point. No hitting numbers for her. This is a safe play, a lot of plots, but it's very safe. Was a very, very strong roll. And now he really has a lot of gammons he can win. Fairly over 50% now, I guess.
Keep the 4 builders for the 3 point, I would suggest. And play 14-11.
Maybe 9-6.
Ah, yes. No.
Okay, no, I like this move actually a lot.
Double 4.
Yeah, there's no hitting numbers at all. There's no additional risk. He made a crossover.
Yeah.
He keeps the builder strength. Yeah.
No.
This is double 3s.
So good. You reduce your builders for the 3 point.
Yeah.
This is good. 4 minutes only now for Tilman and 5.
Now a 3.
And now he has to hit loose. You are not there. The pointing number.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow. 70% gammons.
Yeah. He's a favorite to become a favorite in the match.
Yeah. His heart must be pumping.
For sure it is. And hers too, by the way. Yeah.
Thank you, Irene, for confirming that the sound is back on. Okay, but she came in. So that was a good roll for Akiko. as far as saving gammons is concerned?
So this would provide a fast bear in, clearing the bar point, and a fast bear in provides a fast bear off, which results in more gammons. That's exactly what he wants. Yeah.
Now, this is also interesting. With shots, possible shots coming up, can she afford to slot the 5 point?
I think it's not necessary. She has good outfield coverage. Priority is hitting the shots, but since it's unlikely, she doesn't like to waste anything. Or
3-1.
difference is probably, by the way, also not so big. I don't think it's a lot of swing on that roll.
Okay. Yeah. Does Tilman need the 4 checkers on the 6, or can he play like this? He can probably. I think this is nice. Avoids catastrophe rolls like double 6 and double 5 and things like that.
See, he has only wastage of 2 pips, but it's very good for in case she gets a shot. So this was a great move. Bearing in doesn't always mean you want to hit your own 6 point. Yeah. You still want to have kind of flexible position, and if there's any chance of getting a shot, yeah, this small sacrifice is very well worth it.
With the gammons reduced dramatically, Tilman decides to not to take 2 checkers off and reduce his number of checkers on the 6.
It was not an easy decision for me.
Because
if you can win gammons, you usually should fight for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even at the cost of 2 disaster rolls like double 5 and double 6.
They are not disastrous. They are only bad equity when you get hit. Yeah, they're actually great equity, you know.
Look, gammons are back in the air.
Absolutely. The whole air smells like gammon now.
Wow.
Like 5 crossovers for white and 6 crossovers for black with white on roll. So Akiko is a solid favorite to save the gammon.
She needs to avoid aces and such.
But she needs high numbers. She does need high numbers.
Okay. Wow. These are big equity rolls coming up. 6-4. Can Tilman also find a high double?
By the way, all the aces are bad for Akiko. Only double ace bears a check off.
Really? Oh, yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Wow, all the aces are bad. Oh, she wins. She gets. Wow, that's a
very
narrow
exciting
escape.
match. Yeah, he didn't take the lead, but he has a nice comeback here.
Yes.
Yeah. And coming to a 4-way score is a lot of equity. Yeah. One of the most exciting scores in backgammon is 4-way, 3-away. Yeah.
Very difficult. Cube actions.
Highly complex. Yeah.
They're taking a break.
Actually, if there are no gammons involved, the leader has a lower take point. Yeah.
The leader has a lower take. Yes, because 2 points take him to Crawford.
Exactly, which makes him an 83% favorite.
Okay. Wow.
Tudor, my dancing partner on the microphone is Michel Lamotte. Yeah. He is one of the greatest commentators. He did a lot of commentary in Gibraltar in the past, and yeah, he's a legend on the microphone. I'm very happy to have him with me.
So yeah, I'm glad to be here. Yes, I remember Gibraltar very well.
Yeah, you did so many nice commentaries there. Yeah. I mean, you were the first actually who did real commentaries. That's in my. I mean, people were commentating finals before, but you were commentating a whole tournament, right?
Yes. Yeah. Steen Mikkelsen or Steen Grunback at the time had engaged me to do that.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. Yeah. I think in commentating there are different styles and different tastes.
Another interesting position.
Yes.
Yeah. Akiko is looking for a safe play at a four-way score. There is no safe play at the score. Yeah. So what does bring the most merits? She decided for the 5 point, and actually at a four-way score, even with three checkers back, I would have thought about the cube here. This is one of the, at this score, it's very expensive to miss a possible gammon chance. You know the saying, like the man with a hammer sees a nail in a lot of things, you know? Like when you have a four-way score, you see gammons in a lot of positions, you know, and you should. And you should.
Tilman considering here to cleverly duplicate sixes and provide an attacker for the 5 points. Should Akiko dance or fail to enter, but she anchors?
So the 4 is a common part, and she still has a decision. I would prefer to anchor, actually. Yeah. Safety goes first. She has a very low take point when there are no gammons involved.
She ends up doing that.
Yeah. I give her credit for thinking. It's always a consideration. Yeah.
So now the gammons are out of the picture for the moment. Tilman makes the 9 points.
And since there are no gammons here, there's no reason to cube for nobody at the moment.
5-3.
Opportunity to clear.
Yes.
Opportunity taken.
Yeah. No 3. Now the race needs to be counted. $114 for black, I would think. Wow. 30.
Should be around 20 pips.
Yes,
huh?
I agree. 114, 135 or something like that.
So
I think he can wait and safety the checker first.
I think so too, because of the special score, actually.
Yeah. Her take point being a bit lower. A good decision. And a good roll. Now he can reconsider.
Yes, if she rolls less than 7, I think he should double, actually.
Okay. 2 minutes 50. So what is this? 81, 99, 107 for black. $129, like 22 pips.
22 pips, exactly. I counted the same.
Good. Wow, good cube. With the bar
Crystal
point
clear
open.
double.
Yes.
Crystal clear.
I think she can take.
As
With the bar point open.
Right, as we pointed out earlier, she has a lower take point at that score. There are 0 gammons in the position. Yeah. It's a 5-point holding game.
Yeah. Yes, she does. She knows her reference positions. Wow.
He just rolled his best.
Yes.
Yeah. How happy is he about that double now? Huh? Yeah. Akiko, you did nothing wrong.
No.
Yeah. But since we looked at 22 pips before, it should be around like 45. So the race is pretty much toast.
Yep.
And there are not many, there's not a high hitting equity. Oh, she's coming back with a high double. Yeah. Look at this.
Tudor says he likes me. He compares me with a kid on Christmas Eve. Okay.
Well,
it's a nice feeling to be a kid on Christmas
Eve. Absolutely. That's I would take this as a compliment.
I do, certainly. Yeah. Very endearing compliment. Well, the backgammon gods can still strike a lightning bolt here. 6-2 happens, but not this time. Tilman has composed himself really well after being 6-0 down. And Akiko must feel a little mentally disheveled.
Oh, actually, she won many matches where she was standing worse than that. You know.
Okay.
I remember her first title when before she played Doug Mayfield, and when she played him, she was dead like in the semi-final. She was dead like in the final. She always stood up, you know, and she won these games. And she had a lovely speech at the Middle Eastern Championship half a year ago in Cyprus. She said she believes that she is a lucky person. Yeah? So this puts yourself in a good mental strength if you believe that about yourself, you know. She is not she leaves herself never hanging, you know.
I understand that. Yeah. One of the reasons I didn't play in Monte Carlo, although I was there, was precisely because I lacked that kind of self-belief.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
My frame of mind was, I'm going to lose, you know, you will see, I'm going to lose, and then you'd better not play.
Absolutely. This is a wrong mindset. Absolutely the wrong mindset. Yeah. So there were no surprises given. We look at a 2-away, 3-away score.
Marianne is also watching us.
Fantastic.
Marianne is watching. Wow. Now
Hello,
I'm
Marianne.
to transpire even more. Wow, from 6-0 down to 6-7. What a comeback. And now they are taking a break. And we are too. I am too. I'm going to go for a quickie to the loo.
Okay. And once you're quick back, I will do it. But I stay here with the audience meanwhile. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you for your nice feedback. It's always good to notice that we are not talking to a wall. It's always good to see that there's a full room and people participate and enjoy. So now we are looking at a 3-away, 2-away score, which means both have actually higher take points. Yeah, not only the trailer, only the leader, but also the trailer. And especially for the trailer, 2 points are extremely important. Yeah, extremely important because it's a big edge to be at Crawford. So in many positions, like you roll a joker, you might suddenly find you to be too good. Yeah. Thank you, Fritz. Yeah, we're very happy because what actually does a like button, it helps others to find us. The Google algorithm will give how do you say will show it to more players, will show it to more people when more people like the video. Yeah, so this is a benefit of liking it. Yeah, and even the best thing what you can do is let a friend know, you know, that he is a good stream, and tell them, and maybe we get more watchers. There will be a second match after this today, if I get the schedule right. It should start at either 3:30 or 4 o'clock. I will figure that out for you. And at night, we will continue with the doubles event on a different channel. This will be the channel of the World Backgammon Federation, WBGF. And we broadcast 2 more matches from the World Doubles event. And after tonight, we will go into knockout stage. Tomorrow night, there's a gala event. There won't be any stream, and we continue then on on Thursday. There will be one stream tomorrow in the early afternoon, but no stream at night. Yes, it is the first tournament in Aachen. And yes and no. This kind of tournament is the first time here. There used to be a tournament in the casino of Aachen with a high added amount. I think like 20,000 euros were added. That tournament, oh no, it was Deutschmark. It was before the euro. This tournament was held like in the late 90s. And yeah, it was also full of celebrities, was a great event, but then it stopped completely. And now, since a few years, a startup group was meeting in Aachen. Markus Reinert, the producer of this tournament, was putting a lot of effort to show this wonderful game to kids. He is having lessons at school. He was going to schools to teach kids there after the regular lessons, and he also started a meetup group. He reactivated player who stopped playing for years, and to top all this, or to push his ambitions, he worked on that tournament for the last 2 years. And now we are having it, and I think it's great. So the players are back, and also my friend Michel is back.
Yes, that was a relief. 2-3 is a tricky score. It depends, of course, on what kind of game develops.
Yes. I already told the audience that the take point is higher for both players at that score. Yeah. Well, usually the take point is only higher for the leader, yeah, who wants to preserve the lead. Here it's both ways.
Yeah, 25 point something percent. 3, that's the best reply. The
twos, yes. Yeah.
It's a very nice roll, hitting and making the 11 points.
For 2 is killing the gammons.
Yeah, he points out 2 options. This looks like a sensible.
11 is also always a very valuable builder for the 5 point. Good extra outfield coverage. Very useless roll here.
Yeah. You could play
21-10, for example. I mean, you still want to build a position, yeah. You're not perfectly scared. This is not really an attacking position of white. Yeah, okay. You want to keep your builders active.
So 13-7 and hitting is one option. The other option would be to play 11-5 slot, the 5 point, play 13-8. Goes for this one.
And as I thought, I see also a third play, just 21-10. Yeah.
Okay.
I would have taken myself more time, but we see they are running a little bit low, so it's easy for us to say I would take time, but Tilman has 2 minutes left and Akiko 3:40. I think it is good time management, but they can't spend too much time on a single decision.
Yes, and the finishing line in sight, sometimes you may get paralyzed a bit. So Tilman looking for a hitting number or a pointing number for one. Nice. 5 point is good, better than making the 20.
In this particular position, I think he would have aimed for the 3 point, but because he could have also hit, but it wasn't possible with 4-1. Yeah.
Okay, strengthening the board. Now,
And out.
And out?
Maybe. Maybe. I don't. It was just an intuition. I don't want to be pointed on in the infield. I rather be pointed on in the outfield.
This is a nice type of game developing.
Yeah.
For Akiko, she gets in a pure racing holding game situation where she might find an efficient cube, but the race is probably
very close, I guess.
Yes.
Especially after the double four.
91, 29. So 119, I think, for Akiko. It's close. So no cube yet for Akiko. She needs to dump checkers, I think. Her position now becoming a bit brittle. Yep, she clears the 11.
I think that's a good idea, giving her more builders and also him less shot equity. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll slot the 3 here because the bar point has not much value.
I agree with you.
Well played.
Yeah. Also, this ace makes the most sense. It's not really... it's just everywhere else more inefficient, so this is the reason for the ace. So she will look at the 2 pictures of the position pictures. Okay, she decided quick.
Mm-hmm.
I could have kept the spare on the 8 and slotted the ace maybe with the 5. These are all small details.
Yes.
Not really relevant.
Aha.
So now she's really having a decision, made it fast.
Yeah. 4 shots for Tilman, but he misses. Maybe he can play 6-2. Now he will be forced off the anchor with 6s.
Well, he has not much time to stay anyhow. Sometimes when you save in backgammon, you don't avoid bad times, they just come earlier. Yeah. Don't kill your checkers for the race. This is...
Oh, he jumps out. Okay. Does it quickly. That was... Did you agree with that?
49, 23, let me count quickly. 23, 9, 14. 14, 6, 8, 4. She's 4 pips up only. But she has like 9 pointing numbers, 2 super gin numbers like 2, 3. I absolutely think she should double this. I absolutely think she should double this.
Really?
Yeah, she's up 4 pips and she has pointing numbers. I mean, and he has a higher take point.
Okay, Jacques confirms that this is a double and a take. Thank you, Fritz Muck, for reminding us. We're reminding the viewers that hitting the like button is free. Okay, there is the cube. Not many gammons in it. And she has blood levers. So I think you can take. Oh, it's a blunder double, Jacques says, and confirmed by Tudor. Oh, he passes.
Hey, Bill, that's a nice compliment. Happy you're on board here. Yeah.
Oh, this is a bit of an unfortunate decision by Tilman, I think.
Well, it's his decision, and now we're looking at a two-away score.
Yeah. Tilman decides to cube immediately.
Yes. This is the right, that's the right strategy usually.
Yep. Okay, and he finds a hit, an early hit, and an early advantage.
Yeah.
Where do you anchor? Wow.
Link up. This is an extremely good number.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, since he has a racing lead, he just wants to cut contact.
Akiko decides against making the deuce point, trying to make her points in order.
Yeah, going for the better board.
Yeah.
It's recommendable.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't need the early 2 point because there were like not a single number which would have left a shot.
Right.
Yeah. So this is how you decide how early you need points. Yeah.
Wasn't it an option here to play 13-8 and slot the 3?
Absolutely. It was absolutely an option, but he decided to play that quick.
Mm-hmm.
He has a minute left on the clock, which is usually enough for one game.
Mm-hmm.
In general, it's a little bit safer to leave spares on the 8.
Yes. Yeah, you have an ugly 6-2 now, where you are forced to give up the 8.
Mm-hmm.
Akiko decides to sacrifice some contact value.
Mm-hmm. Also a very interesting decision.
Yes.
Best and only move by Tilman, 6-5 to the 2.
6. Okay, that's a good roll. She is still down a handful of pips, 10 or something.
Here, 12 there. 15 minus 6. She was 9 pips down.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's 12 pips down, which is actually a really good development for her because Tilman rolled his worst. Well, besides 6-2.
Mm-hmm.
Besides 6-2, his worst number. Blotting would have been worse.
Making the ace point looks good to me. Wow.
Very strong.
Yes, very strong, but sadly.
Yes, nothing sadly. It's a really good roll, and it's worth thinking now, yeah, because a bar point doesn't help him solving the problem on the 14. Mm-hmm. So it was a good idea to think about things here. If he had more time, he would have thought longer.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Clearing the 8.
8 has more value because they're connected to the 14.
Yep.
So it must be the right play.
Mm-hmm.
What he did.
Okay, 2 blots on board. She can do something.
Yeah,
creative.
There's another. Exactly. This position is also named by Michi. I know it for longer than the name exists, but he calls this a dragon with a tail.
Aha.
Yeah, a dragon with a tail. So this is when a single blot is just as good enough as a point. Yeah.
Well played. Wow, that's a good one.
This is a real joker. Absolutely.
Is there something else? Probably not.
He just wants to make sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the heat of the excitement, you can overlook a point. Double four is stronger than double threes, but she's still down. But the roll helps her.
Wow,
Oh.
double six.
This is a winner.
It looks like it, unless
Yeah.
Akiko can come up with something spectacular. What a reversal of fortune in this match.
Absolutely. We have seen so many swings.
Yes.
It was really a great match to watch. Goes directly to the 4, 20 to 4.
No,
She's not
to stay for contact.
exactly. She won't get a hit for the next roll, and she's probably not able to wait for 2 rolls.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Paris and Chris, in the commentary, in the chat. Tilman now really close to a sensational victory.
Yes, she needs a big set if she wants to have any business in this game.
Tilman showed great resilience in this match, being 6-0 down after two cruel.
He showed a little nerves, if you remember back on the 2-away, 3-away score when he decided to pass that one.
Yeah, that's true.
But who could blame him for this choice? He's on looks like a winning choice.
Wow.
And also, players never see numbers when they look on the board. We have, there's nothing on stake for us.
Barring consecutive aces, Tilman, he should be fine.
Yeah, and at least a double, but...
Wow. If he can avoid an ace,
yeah,
wow,
now he
does
won.
win it.
Yeah. Brilliant match, tough beat for Akiko with a big lead. Yeah, big hand for Tilman, great victory for him.
Yeah. Stellar performance.
Absolutely.
By both players, I would say.
Yeah. And for Irene, if your husband won, I think he plays now Tilman, and I think that should be the next match on stream. I don't know what his score is, but I keep you informed as soon as we know. So thank you very much for watching. Yeah, it was a pleasure with you, Michel. Yeah, I enjoyed the match.
Me too.
And so please stay tuned. Like in 45 minutes to an hour, you will see the next match. This time, Dirk Schiemann is commentating, one of only 2 super grandmasters in the world of backgammon. And I'm back after the